We are just waiting for one more person to show up.
Really didn't expect us. So, and then they said we could go to Ohio, we could go to Germany.
Okay,
So,
can't get them on a phone or anything?
huh?
Did they call them and ask where they are?
Yeah, she can try to call them.
Oh, they won't answer.
Maybe because they're driving or something.
Maybe because they didn't wake up yet.
Ruthie and Pam.
They come from the closest place. That's why they'll never find it.
Probably
Did you ever notice when you go to a meeting and
the ones who go the furthest.
you're in the hotel itself?
Yeah.
And the elevator. You're only have to take an elevator to get to the meeting room.
Right, and you're the last one there.
You're the last one there.
Yeah. Oh, wait, now Marina said, hold on. Go see what Mommy wanted. Hold on. Excited? Yes, sir.
You shouldn't be. You should be nervous, right?
You're nervous, sir.
No.
If you ever feel like you're gonna throw up or something, make sure you do it that way.
Don't throw up on the ramp. That's a bad song. It's like rain. I'm not gonna be standing next to you.
That's never happened to me. I think that's the only thing that hasn't happened to me.
I've been pooped on by my kids.
So that I have, yeah.
Peed on by my kid.
And the dog.
I haven't had the dog. We don't have a dog.
Not know where
All right, well, we can't get started without her.
Okay. Can't get started without who?
Without Marina. Maybe she's in the bathroom.
What's your Hebrew name?
Batia?
Batya?
I don't know if you wanna.
Oh.
Is that Batya?
Can we get started now?
Yes, they're gonna bring water for. Yes, please.
Just gonna tell you, their phone's on.
Yeah, please.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, so we're gonna get, yeah, we can go start. We're gonna get started. If you put your phones on silent mode, that would be great. And I'm just gonna let the rabbi take it from here and Danny take it from here. Good luck.
Think we have to make the microphone louder?
I don't know.
I don't know how to make it any louder.
This is actually being recorded on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube later.
You're calling it foul.
You're Tali.
Oh,
Danny, is this good eye?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, you gotta talk right into it, okay?
I have to figure out how to keep a tally.
She can hear.
Well, I have. Yeah, you have.
Oh, should I?
Okay. Can everybody hear me? Too bad. I'm sorry about that. I came here today because somebody told me there was a bat mitzvah. Is it yours? Do you know all this stuff?
Hopefully.
Okay, let's try. We're going to start, if you have the sheet, we're going to start where it says in the Hebrew, where it says, Hine ma tovu manayim. You know it? Okay, let's try. Let's see. Just start. Everybody's going to sing with you. So after the first, sing with her.
We've got music down. We downloaded music to go with it.
Oh, I didn't know that. You could bring it forward. Or we could just sing. You want to just sing? Ready? Hine ma tovu manayim shever achim gam yachad Hine ma tovu manayim, shever achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shever achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shever achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. That was very good. You have a nice voice.
I barely hear myself, but
I could. I have the hearing aid just so I can hear you. Otherwise, I wouldn't wear it. Okay. What does that mean? Anybody know what Hine Matov Umanaya means? Who knows? Right. How good it is. Hine Matov, how good. Right? Very good. How did you know that? It doesn't say that here. Very good. Very good. Achim v'achot. Well, that's a very interesting thing. If it's in the male gender and it applies to everybody, men and women, well, almost always, but like when it's b'nai, if it's men and women having the bar mitzvah, they call it b'nai mitzvah. That's men and women. If it's just women, it's benot. And if it's men only, it's b'nai. It's not really, the gender is more like the more modern things they're talking about, but it's not real men, women. It's not like that. Okay, the Baruch Hu, please rise if you can. If you can't rise, please don't even try. All right, turn around. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. Zetzechavek, if you know any of Irish, it's good. Zetzechavek, Irish. You never heard of Irish? That's Sunny, is that her name? Yeah. Okay, ready to sing Vishamru? Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat ledorotam barit olam. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat ledorotam barit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat ledorotam barit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz veshamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat ledorotam barit olam. Okay, what's this next thing on the sheet?
it's the Shema.
The Shema. Why is the Shema on this? Why do we sing the Shema? Anybody know? Why? Tell me.
Watchword of Israel.
Where does it tell us we need to say the Shema? And how many times are we supposed to say it? Sure you do. It's in the morning and when in the evening. And where does it say that? give you a hint. See this thing? Right, but where is that? It's in the Torah. It tells you to say the Shema twice a day in the Torah right here. So I think we should do that. Okay? Can you know the Shema? Sure you do. Let's sing together. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Now I'm going to ask you a question. You said it's kind of the watchword, right? Didn't you say that? Right. That is. No, it is. After the Holocaust, during the Holocaust, some of the Jewish children were taken in to Catholic orphanages, and they were converted to Catholicism while they were there, and they were protected. After the war, some of the leaders of the Jewish people all over the world went to those orphanages to find if there were any Jewish children there. And they went in, this is a true story, it's not made up. They would go in, you have any Jewish children here? And they always said no, because they were converted. And they walked, said, you mind if I check? And they walked into where the children were, and they would sing Shema Yisrael, and the children would answer Adonai Eloheinu, right? And that's how they knew they were Jewish kids in there, and that's why they got them. Some of the non-Jews had it too. Well, yeah. Well, that would be another reason they didn't have it, but yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, girls didn't get a bris. Okay, you want to read in English at the bottom of the page. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions. Did you know they could read English that good?
Maybe.
Maybe. You know why we make you stand here the whole time?
Because it's my bat mitzvah.
Not only that, to make you more nervous. See? You don't have to be nervous. I'm not going to bite. Okay, the Chatzi Kadish. It's actually supposed to be the whole Kadish Shalem here for the Torah service. So I'm going to chant more than what's on the page. And at the end, we'll sing Oseh Shalom B'Mromav together. Do you know that? I'll tell you a story about that later. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'yomad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayerecho beit Yisroel bagala bagala uv'zman kariv v'yimaru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mivorach Leolam Lol Meomaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpoar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudusha Barichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran v'yalma v'yimaru. Amen. תתקבל צלותינו ואותנו לכל ישראל, קדם אברהם ושמעיה ויאמרו, אמן. יהי שלום הרבה מן שמעיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו, Imru, Amen. Hu Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, ve'yimru. Amen. I'm going to tell you a story now. That melody. How many of you know that melody from your childhood? How many of you think your parents might have known that melody from their childhood? Some of you are right because you're young. That was from the 1965 Hasidic Folk Festival in Israel. That melody, yeah. And nobody liked it. It was a bomb, except for one cantor, United States cantor who was there. His name was Moshe Nathanson. My father was president of the Cantors Assembly that year, so he called my father from Israel. And back then, that was expensive, call like that. And he said, I want you to hear this. And I want you to promise me you'll introduce it to the Cantors at the Cantors Assembly this year. So my father said, okay, and he listened to it. He loved it. And he sang it for the Cantors, and they loved it. And they brought it back to their congregations who loved it. Then the Americans who went on tour to Israel brought it back to Israel, and then Israel loved it. It's funny how things get started, right? Very fun. Okay, at this point, we are going to need somebody up here who can carry the Torah around the room. Did anybody eat Wheaties this morning, Aram? You want to do it? Okay. Oh, this one's about 500 pounds. Not a big case. It weighs a little more than a good lock sandwich. Let me give this to you. Put this over here. You just stand right there. Then you're going to walk around. There goes the towel. I think I need glue. Yeah. Doris will tell you, 6 months ago, I couldn't have picked this up. That's right. You're not kidding. Got it? You hold it over your right shoulder. Just like that. Crosses over. You can hold it a little lower so it won't be so heavy. There you go. Now, I'm going to sing the Shema, and then you repeat it after me. Okay? And then you're going to read the English on this page right there after I sing it. Okay? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Now it's your turn. I'm going to read the next, and then you repeat it. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Our God is one. Adonai is great. Holy is God's name.
Very good. Gadlu Adonai iti, unerom shemo yachdov. Now you go walk around. Lecha Adonai Agdula. You can walk behind them so they can kiss you too. Tiferet. The reason he's walking around is so you can kiss the Torah and the bat mitzvah girl. There. Hanetzach v'hahod ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz lecha Adonai hamelucha v'hamitnaseh lechol l'rosh romemu romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu v'hishtachavu Lehadam raglav kadoshu, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Okay, when I put the Torah down, you may be seated. You want to hand me the Torah after you're done? This thing is just not staying on. I cannot put the towels on this seat. Take it across the table here. Thank you. Can you pull the top off? Pull the cover off. Okay. That for you.
Uh-oh, where he dropped the yarmulke.
Oh, thought it was me. Okay.
The next.
Hello, hello. Talk right into the mic. Hello. And talk loud because electric can't hear.
Okay. You're reading? Yes, I think you are. She reading the first, Sharon, she reading number 1 and 2? Doesn't hear me. She's got an eye patch on, so she can't hear me. Okay. You're not coming till the 3rd, right? But you can go sit for a little while. Give you a break. There's my sheet here. I don't know. Ah, there we go. Let me describe a little bit about the Torah reading now. Nobody wants to hear me. Okay, the Torah reading today. Today we start the second book of Torah. Oh, I'm sorry, the third book of Torah. We just finished the second book last week. This is called Vayikra. And he heard. Huh? Leviticus. What language is Leviticus? Huh? Leviticus is Greek. Greek. Afikomen is Greek. That was the first translation of the Bible, was in Greek. So it stayed that way. But in Hebrew, doesn't mean that. Okay, so the first, second, and third aliyot, the instructions. I'm going to tell you, this particular book is not the most interesting. The most interesting probably is Genesis and Exodus. The next two are a little hard. The last one is okay too, Deuteronomy. But this book is really all about the tabernacle and what's done in there and how it's done. And for instance, the first, second, and third aliyot that we would read today normally are instructions for the olah, or the burnt offering, that is fully consumed in the altar. And it's detailed. I mean, it's very extensive as to what we have. And then this offering could be brought from a bull or a male sheep or a goat. And if you didn't have that, you could do the less expensive oleh using a turtle dove or common dove. And that's described. Then the mincha offering, which is replaced today by the afternoon service, is offering made from baked, fried, or deep fried, something we're going to eat next weekend. What do you call that stuff? Matzah. Yeah, constipation week, right? It's actually the opposite. It's horrible matzah. And then by the way, are you supposed to make an offering if you did something bad on purpose? No. It's only if it wasn't really that bad, or if it was by accident, that you make an offering. All right. Fourth aliyah is called the Korban Shalomim, which is a peace offering, shalom, Korban Shalom or Shalomim. And it's brought from male or female cattle, sheep, and goats, and that's all described. The fifth aliyah, it describes the Korban Chatat, which is the sin offering. Then 3 unique sin offerings are described. 1, when the high priest sins. who's a high priest? Aaron, Moshe's brother, his sons, his grandchildren, his grandsons, I mean, they were high priests. If one of them was always a high priest. If they did something wrong, they had to make a, a offering. If the king sinned, so the first was the high priest, the second was the ruler of the land or the king. And if the entire nation sinned because of a wrong ruling by the Sanhedrin or the high court. In other words, if some of us sinned because we were told to do something and it turned out it was wrong, we had to do an offering. So, but it was always unintentional. The last two aliyot, the Korban Chatat, which we're going to hear today, actually the last three aliyot, the Korban Chatat is a commoner and is detailed as well as the specifics of the Korban Asham, which is a guilt offering. If you are guilty, if you feel guilty inside, you can do an offering. And then the Korban was offered in instances where intentional wrongdoing was implicated, but not really for sure. So you made an oath or something, and then you couldn't follow through. But it really, you didn't follow through, not on purpose, kind of thing. It was something caused you not to follow through. So that was that. And if you were dishonest or you swore, you swore for something falsely. To whom? To God or to somebody else? You made a promise or you swore
Somebody.
to somebody else, right? God didn't want this is not for God, this is for you to do it. Which is why we don't do them now, because the temple was destroyed and we're not allowed to do them as long as there's no temple. All right, and if you know, in Israel, there are some very Orthodox people who are trying to learn how to rebuild the temple in case the Messiah comes, the Mashiach comes, and then they're going to rebuild it. So there's a whole school there of people learning how to do it. Okay. Very nice. So we're going to have the first Aliyah. Who's coming up for the first Aliyah? Your parents. You're the third Aliyah. You get the last one. You get the honor. We save the best for last. Okay. So I guess the first Aliyah. Yeah, you have to stay. No, you could leave. You're not reading the first.
Dan is Hamishi. And
Yeah, that's right. So she's 5? Okay, stay. You could stay or sit, whatever you prefer.
Just stay, just stay.
All right, so the two parents are going to come for the first Aliyah. And before you make the blessings, Yamod Aram Michal. What is your father's name?
Better me.
Oh, I know that. The Ben Ami. I don't know your father's name.
Zev.
Zala V'Zev, Rishon Shabbat, Aliyah HaTorah. Okay, let me go find that. What does that say? Moshe. Show me more. How many times is that in there? Huh? Who's coming on the second Aliyah? That's it, right there. Okay. I don't know. Is it here? If not, I'll say it with them. No, it's not here. No. Who's good? Do you know it?
I don't. Go ahead.
Wait, don't do anything yet. Oh, very good. I'm going to point to the Torah, and you are going, wait, that's not it. There it goes. Can you touch the Torah with your talit? You're not supposed to ever touch the parchment with your skin. And you need, I don't know where your talit went, but. Okay, now. Baruch Hu. You know it?
Baruch hu Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Amvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
All right, you could come around and read now. You're actually going to read right from the Torah in the Hebrew, or would you rather read from there? You have a choice.
Uh,
Touch it with the yard. Not with, you don't have to kiss it yet. This,
where-
right there. Does that look familiar?
All right.
Here we go.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, נפש כי תימול מעל וחטאה בשגגה מקודשי אדוני, וחביא את אשמו לאדוני איל תמים מן הצום בערכך כתב שקלים בשקל הקודש לאשם, ואת אשר חטא מן הקודש ישלם, ואת חמישיתו יוסף עליו, ונתן אותו לכהן, והכהן יכפר עליו באל האשם ונסלח לו.
Very good. Okay, now let them kiss the Torah where you finished. Point to where you finished. Now you can kiss the Torah. And now you could say the blessing after. The blessing after? Okay. Baruch.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu et Torato.
Natan lanu et Torato.
Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Very good. You can go back to your seat.
Thank you.
And who's coming up for number 2? I know you're reading, but who's coming up for the second Aliyah? She did the first Aliyah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The grandma's coming.
And Aya.
There's one over there, the
Here.
pink ones.
Here.
They took them away.
Aya,
Are you going to read from the Torah or are you going to?
Yes.
Okay.
She's doing also they're doing the Aliyah together.
Okay, so why don't you kiss the Torah where this starts on? Wait, right there. Yep, those look familiar, right?
Oh, right.
Kiss there. And let your grandmother kiss there. Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Va'ed.
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Oh, that's good. Okay, and now we're going to hear the second Aliyah.
Hold on.
Got the right one?
Yeah.
If you need to look at the page, you can.
Hold on. I don't remember how to sing this. Oh yeah. ועם נפש כי תחתה ועשתה אחת מכל מצוות אדוני אשר לא תעשנה ולא ידע ואשם ונשא עוונו והביא איל תמים מן הצאן בערכך לאשם אל הכהן וכיפר עליו הכהן על שגיגתו אשר שגג והוא לא ידע ונסלח לו אשם הוא אשם לאדוני.
Okay, keep pointing so you know where to kiss. Okay, you both kiss right there. Amen. Okay,
Adonai,
amen. Okay. Yes, who has the third Aliyah? You gonna read for her too? Oh, you're reading the third. Okay. Let me go find it. Yeah, cool. So we're reading. They're hiding it from me.
Having some technical difficulties with the Torah.
Yeah, me. It's called me. All right, wait a minute. All right, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Danny,
Danny, is that still off?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, she's coming back to read. You coming back to read?
Yeah, she's coming back to read.
All right, so you take the yard. You're gonna read right from here, okay? Okay, otherwise we'll be here all day. All right, who's this got this a little? Okay, just you or you?
No,
Both of you.
Both of them. These are the grandparents.
Kiss right here, or you can kiss here. Kiss here. With the talit.
Just give it a kiss. There you go. And
There you go.
and don't kill your husband.
Yep, anywhere. And then say the Baruch Hu.
They don't.
You know it?
Right.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavorach. Baruch Adonai Hamavorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, Ein HaTorah. Okay, read the bottom in there.
מכל אשר יישבע עליו לשקר, ושילם אותו בראשו לחמישיתיו, יוסף עליו לאשר הוא לא ייתננו ביום אשמתו, ואת אשמו יביא לאדוני איל תמים מן הצום, בערכך לאשם אל הכהן, וכיפר עליו הכהן לפני אדוני, ונסלח לו על אחת מכל אשר יעשה להשמעה.
Okay, kiss the Torah again. Kiss the Torah again with your tallit. Yep. And then say with me. Say with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Okay, you're all done, but not you. You have to stay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me take this away and close this. So who's going to pick up the Torah and who's going to tie it?
Yeah. You want to tell me?
Just pick it up. That chair over there. And you go follow him. V'zot haTorah asher so Moshe lifnei v'nei Yisroel al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe. You read the words this time. And he's got the front of the Torah, so tie it in the front. No, you don't have to read it. I mean, just make sure you see them. No, she's got it right.
This one?
Yeah, he's got the front of the Torah. That's where you tie it. Yeah. Except on Simchat Torah, where the Torah is the other way, where you see the front where the seam is, you always tie the Torah in the front all the time. So, and this goes on this way because he's got the front. That's all right. We'll fix it later. Yeah, you got it. Well, thanks. There's only so many times I can do that. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Now, would you please rise and walk around with the Torah and let everybody kiss it. And everybody rise, please. Torah is now being circulated amongst the minion here. Eitzayim hi lamachazikim ba v'tamcheha meyushar daracheha darshenoam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Ashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Kadesh Kadesh Yameinu Kadesh Yameinu Kekadem. Okay, give me the. No, put the other- good. Put it right on the table. Everyone may be seated, and you may all go. Everybody goes back to their seats except for our bat mitzvah Dani. Would you like to read your speech now? Good.
Not time.
Nice. Am I wrong? Oh, no. No, we're doing the speeches now. Is that okay? It even says that here, after the Torah service. Want to hold the mic so they can hear?
Can everybody hear me?
I can.
There we go. Just not like.
Hello, hello?
Yes.
Everybody can hear me, right?
Yep.
A little louder.
Welcome, everybody. I'm here today to celebrate how important it is to be Jewish, and I'll tell you a big reason. Because Jews are really smart and invent cool stuff. For example, the cherry tomato, Mr. Potato Head, and the best jokes, because Jewish humor is known everywhere around the world, obviously. But seriously, Jews invented the polio vaccine and have also won 22% of the world's Nobel Prizes, even though we are less than 1% of the population. The rabbi posed a question to me at the start of our talks. The question was, why is Judaism important to you, and what does it mean to you now and in the future? I think that Judaism is important to me because of my belief in God. God is a crucial part of my life because I have gotten so many good wishes from God, like I've hoped and asked God to get a good test score or a good grade, and God does every possible thing to help me with that goal. Judaism is also important to me because I feel Jewish in my heart. Jews always had times when things were tough, but we always came back stronger. And Judaism gives me my strong connection to Israel too. In the future, some ways I want to keep myself still doing Jewish traditions is to invite my family over for Shabbat, Rosh Hashanah, and Hanukkah. I want to raise my kids Jewish and make sure to keep my Jewish roots in them flowing. I want to donate time, energy, and money to Jewish causes, as we have done so many times in the past as a family. I also want to make sure to fight anti-Semitism at every chance I get. And lastly, I definitely want to stay in touch with my cousins in Israel. My Torah portion is the first one from the book of Leviticus, which takes place in the desert after the Exodus. It's called Vayikra, which in English means "and God called." In the Parsha, God tells Moses there are 613 laws about how to behave, how to be kosher, certain holidays, and more. Vayikra also describes things that someone might be doing wrong or sinful, and how they can bring a sacrifice to the priests for atonement. One law that seemed really strange is the one that said, if you think you might have done something wrong, but aren't sure if you are guilty, you then are immediately considered guilty and must bring sacrifice to the Kohen. That's pretty iffy. You're not sure? Well, it turns out that those exact words were in just one translation of the Torah. In other versions, the Torah says that if you unintentionally commit a sin about one of God's holy objects, and only after that realize it, you are guilty and you must make a sacrifice. The lesson from this is that Torah has to be studied many ways to be sure what these words really mean. Finally, I'd like to thank Rabbi Eli for helping me prepare things, Sharon for all her work getting me ready, and my parents, family, and friends for sharing this celebration with me.
That was very good. I see you left out all the rest of the good things I asked you to write about me. I'm only kidding. You know, it's really amazing when the parents are coming up, but it's really amazing today. I get to talk to a lot of kids that are ready for their B'nai Mitzvah. And they're a lot smarter than I was when I was having mine. If you would ask me when I was 13, if I loved being Jewish or how I felt. I said, I like being Jewish. Why? Because I like being Jewish. Why? Because most people do that, right? Do you believe in God? Yes. Why? Because I believe in God. Why? Because how could you not believe in God? They actually have answers, and it's legitimate answers. They're good answers. So I'm proud of you, and I'm just, I don't know. It's got to be in the water or something because they're all so smart. Okay, I think you're going to talk now, right? Do you need her up here or no?
What?
You need your sister up here when you talk? No, you didn't even want her here, right?
Danny, come here.
Danny, she wants you here. Introduce yourself, okay? Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are.
Is this louder? Is this on? Not on? Nope. Okay, yeah, there we go. I'm Aya and I am Danny's older sister, the one and only. This is for my crazy and awesome little sister. I want to thank Danny so much for being in my life. I love her so much, and she's so weird and funny and the best sister ever. I don't know how many times she's been there for me when I've been feeling down, and her silliness and weirdness always puts a smile on my face. And on the bright side, she's not annoying. I love hanging out with her because she's never boring and because she's always doing something with her exponential and boundless amount of energy, and her silliness just makes her better than she already is. Also, her weird faces and dances just make me and everyone laugh. Furthermore, me and Danny share a lot of things. And it's nice because we're close in age and we can share each other's clothes and it'll fit us. We also get along really well, unlike most sister relationships with some people I know. I love telling everyone about how our relationship is, and it's only going to get better. She's a super sweet and caring person to not just our family, but to everyone around her, and I'm so proud to have her as my one and only sister. On a separate note, Danny has come so far with her journey in Judaism. She's been practicing her Torah portion and has done a great job, and I'm just so proud of her. I also want to thank Sharon, our amazing Hebrew teacher who has taught and helped us with our Torah portions and prayers. This has been a very special and meaningful experience. As the older sister who has many more years in knowledge and experience, let me give you a few words of advice. Make sure you study and you won't stress. Learning from my mistakes in middle school, I never studied. And that just made me stress more. Also, this made my grades, I guess, like average. And this kept happening. So the moral of the story is mark that test date on the calendar, study a lot beforehand, and you won't be stressed. One final piece of advice to give as your beautiful, smarter, awesome older sister is have a fork with you. You never know when you're going to need it. Whether it be a weapon or an eating utensil, the possibilities are endless. Okay, so nobody might know this, but Katie and Jake might. Okay, as a final point, Danny is so slay and she's a baddie. Danny has level infinity yacht riz and she is so sigmalicious. Translation, Danny is so awesome and I'm so proud of her. Thank you.
Very nice.
Wait, I need to say something.
You want to say more?
First of all, I don't need advice. I'm too amazing for that. That's it. And also, she's an amazing sister. I will be talking more about that.
Okay, you come. Are you speaking now?
Just videotaping myself.
Come over here so they got the mic. And you're being taped anyway. Anybody who can't hear or come on YouTube later and it's there. So anyone who got the notice of how to get onto the system, just go to YouTube. You can listen to the whole bat mitzvah again. There you go.
Before I begin, I'm going to talk loud. I want to thank Sharon and Rabbi Perlman. I actually don't want to thank them for their extensive time and effort in preparing Danny for her bat mitzvah. That's absolutely true, and they knocked it out of the ballpark. I want to thank them for inspiring Danny to embrace the study of the Hebrew language, the prayers, and the Torah. They both made it interesting and fun. They infused humor, history, anecdotes, folk tales. Most of all, they really cultivated Daniela's lifelong love of Judaism, which is really a gift. So I really thank you. And everything that Danny has done has been Danny and I has been years of work with Sharon. So I really want to extend a round of applause to her. This is all fair. For those who don't know, Aram and I could not agree on Danny's name. I wanted to name her Blake or Blair, and Aram wanted Blaze or Titanium. We only mildly agreed on Daniela, which I didn't love because it meant in Hebrew, God is my judge, and I thought it seemed very serious for a little cute baby. Danny was born, and the nurses told us we're out of time and had to name her, so we compromised on Daniela. The name is associated with the story of Daniel in the Old Testament, who remained faithful to God even in the face of adversity. The Jewish people are going through a lot of adversity at this time, and there's no one more fierce and passionate a fighter for the Jewish people than Danny. For those who don't know Danny, she's physically tough. Danny is a yellow belt, black stripe in martial arts. But more than that, Danny's a true Sabra. The word Sabra is it's a Mediterranean edible cactus, and that's the nickname for Israelis. Sabra, they're tough on the outside, but very sweet on the inside. So Danny's a Sabra. After October 7th, Danny was telling everybody in her 5th grade class how important it was to support Israel and why her side was the right and the just side. And one of her friends said that Israel started the war and was at fault. Danny proceeded in front of all her friends on the playground to call up Google on her phone and interviewed Google on speakerphone about the Israel-Hamas war. After explaining the conflict to her friend, she got the friend to actually change her mind. Danny actually, after that, got all her friends and acquaintances, probably several dozen 5th grade kids, all non-Jews, to wear yellow ribbons in support of the hostages. Danny is a force. And blue ribbons in support of Israel. Danny is a force. I can't talk about Danny without mentioning her sense of humor. From her facial expressions to her impressions to just being the silliest person we know, she makes all of us laugh all day. She brings forth the energy and love of fun to every single part of her day. And Danny, other than your passion for Judaism and for Israel, I hope that smile, the silliness, and your joyfulness never change no matter what. I'll wrap up my speech just by saying that I'm so, so proud of Danny. She's smart, tough, funny, and passionate. She represents our next generation of Jews that make me feel like our future is in good hands. I'm very proud of you, Danny, and I love you so much.
Danny, do you have a rebuttal to that?
Yeah.
This time, it was only nice words this time. Like my sister.
Geez, I don't know how I'm gonna follow all those great speeches up, but I'm gonna do my best. Danny, well, first of all, let me thank all of you for being here from all over the country, from all over. I think I'm loud enough that everybody can hear me pretty well. This is bat mitzvah is more than just a simple tradition. It marks a journey in life for a girl to become a remarkable young woman, which you are.
This is bad. What's going to happen at our wedding?
I know I'm a mess already. Danny and I have worked so hard getting here. You guys have worked so hard. And some of you are probably wondering why we're having Aya up here as well as Danny. The reason we did that was because so many of you weren't able to attend our wonderful bat mitzvah on Masada. And this gave you a chance to see both of them kind of be bat mitzvah together. It's like a 2-for-1, a double, buy one, get one free sort of thing. Danielle, watching you grow up has been an amazing part of my life. I still remember when you were a little girl with all that boundless energy, that incredible curiosity for roly-polies, which you left dead in the back of mommy's car, and lots of no's. And now here you are stepping into adulthood with intelligence, determination, high volume, although it doesn't show here today, and a hell of a lot of no's. and a lot of humor, which keeps us all on our toes and laughing. I have to say that while you've mastered many things in life, like your roundhouse kick, avocado toast, making crepes, your room is still pretty creative, and your ability to put away your gi in the same place every day is still a work in progress. So today, as you embrace the responsibilities of Bat Mitzvah, know that this is more than just a stepping stone in life. It's a reminder of the values that define you, and those are kindness, determination, and the courage to speak your truth. Every time you help one of your classmates, which what Danny does all the time, every time you master a new recipe, every time you school, as Mommy expressed, one of your ignorant, anti-gun, pro-Gaza classmates with facts, and you wrap your Israeli flag around your shoulder, Saba would be so proud of you. You demonstrate the depth of your values and your determination. I want you to remember, even on days when life feels like it's overwhelming, remember to laugh, keep learning and experimenting, love unconditionally, and remember, tomorrow is going to bring all new adventures. I have 4 thoughts for you, Danny, just 4. Okay. Never apologize for who you are. Always be who you are. Your craziness, wackiness, funniness, it's what makes you amazing. Number 2, keep standing up for what you believe in. As you found out, by putting out your voice, you can change people's minds and you can change things. Number 3, never hesitate to call us, no matter how old you get. Okay? I know you don't like taking advice, but especially when it comes to things like, should I eat my veggies or not? If purchasing another stuffy is a very good economic
Or a blanket. Or a blanket.
or blanket investment versus your 401k, deciding on whether to use non-toxic makeup, if you need somebody to hold your hand while getting a shot, and helping you order something other than spaghetti off of the menu. And lastly, my last word of advice, and this is the most important one. Don't ever forget this one. Never, ever, ever stop cuddling with Daddy. I'm not done.
Great.
I'm not done. Let a little bit.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. Daniela, I'm passing on this tally to you. It's Saba's. It's very special to me. Is everybody else?
I think they're crying on TV here. I see tears dropping on you on Zoom.
It was your grandfather's, and I hope you'll cherish it as much as I have. Love you. I wish you the best. Mazel tov. I want to say one other thank you, and that would be to Marina. Because without this, without her boundless energy in the midst of putting a school back together after a fire, putting another school back together with flooring and plumbing issues and craziness, after our house getting flooded and molded and being in remodel. That's what happened. Danny, I love you.
Wait, I have something.
And Sina just said,
wait.
this is the guy that said he never wanted to have kids.
Okay, I have to lighten up the mood. I have a few rebuttals for that one because you did not say that. Okay, let me just say that. First of all, I will be buying stuffies for the rest of my life. You cannot stop me. Second of all, I don't want to check the ingredients on makeup because I can't really read it. And third, I will cuddle with you, but I won't eat my veggies. I'm not eating them. I don't want them. When I turn 18, the thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a broccoli and then I'm gonna put it in a fire.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
All right. I do want to say, I only spent a short amount of time with Danny. Donnie. Only a short, like what, 3 hours maybe?
Yeah.
Sharon over there, you should come up. You should come up. She spent years with them, literally years. So she deserves any credit that anybody should get for teaching both of these kids. It's her. Here, you want to say something?
I have a full-on thank you list, so that'll be coming.
Okay. Do you want to say, Sharon, you want to say something?
I'll probably cry.
Let's do it.
Just that teaching Danny and Aya has been one of the great honors of my life. I'm sorry, teaching Danny and Aya has been one of the great experiences of my whole life. They are both so special. They both have worked so hard. And Danny keeps me laughing on Saturday mornings. I know all about her crate making capabilities, but again, we talk about anything and everything along with the learning. So I can't talk because I'm gonna cry.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that was great. Did you say you have a list of thank yous? Would you like to?
They're on.
Oh, you're gonna do it at the, good, okay. Otherwise, your father's gonna yell at me because he said he wanted to keep this short and he spoke the longest. Yeah. So you can all go back to your seats if you'd like. And I'd like to ask everyone to please rise for Aleinu and followed by the mourner's Kadish, which I will explain when we get to it. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol l'teit gedula liotzer breshit shelo asanu kigoye ha'aratzot v'lo samanu kamishpachot ho'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kohem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu koreim ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. And now, for those of you who would like to say Kaddish if you're in mourning, or if you have Yortzeit, an anniversary of a death, if you'd like to say Kaddish for those who are dying in the Middle East, or maybe the Jew who died and nobody, with no family, nobody to say Kaddish for them, please rise. You could say it with me. I don't give prizes for those who say it the fastest. If you finish first, you get a demerit, not a prize. Because this is supposed to be said as a congregation, together in one voice to God. And in my mind today, I remember the talit that Donnie's wearing. I remember the person that used to wear it very well. Ben Ami was a wonderful man. And that talis he wore. And I remember it. That's why I looked a little shocked when I saw it on you. I think he would have loved that. I think he would have loved that. Okay, please join me and say the Kaddish with me in one voice. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Bialma divrach hirute v'amlich malchute b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yahei shemei rabbah mevorach la'olam u'l'olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasha barich hu la'elah min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiron bi'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim oleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom oleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. You may be seated, and let us sing. Which old version? The slow one, not the fast one, the slow one. Okay. You know how many versions of Adon Olam there are? There's a new one written every week. Which-
There's an Israeli version that was like a big hit,
Yes.
on the pop radio, but I think I got the older version. Yeah.
Which one?
No.
You want the old version.
Oh, this one, yeah. Yep, I hear it. I hear it coming out of something.
Can't really hear.
I know.
Oh, well, are we? No.
I know the song, but I don't think anybody knows it yet.
Can't hear it.
That's the old, those are new versions, sorry. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
There's already a couple new ones after that. All right, everybody wants to sing the one they know from their childhood, right? Adon Olam Asher Molach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Liyet Nasa B'chefso Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nigra V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu haya, vehu hove, vehu yiyeh betifara, vehu el v'yein sheni, lahamshilo lehachbira, b'li reshit, b'li tachlit, v'lo haoz, v'hamisra, v'hu eli, v'chai goali, v'tzur hevli, b'yetzara, Vehu nisi umanosli minat kosi beyom ekrav do afkid ruchi v'yet ishan v'yayira v'yimruchi v'yati Adonai li Velo ira. Shabbat shalom, and our greatest blessings go to the family, to Danny, and thank you so much. She lives in California. She was taught from Lowell, Massachusetts, and from New Jersey, and she had a bat mitzvah in the great state of New Jersey. You should have nothing but your parents should have nothing but nachas from you for your entire life. And nachos too.